Are we back? Are we alive? Do we make it? I don't know. It looks like it still has a lot of drop frames. It looks like it still has a lot of drop frames. Ah! I don't know. Let me see. Hopefully, I don't know. Back from the future? I don't know. I might be going towards the future again soon. I don't know. I hope not, but everything is Chrome in the future. Less than 10 seconds now. I have a bad feeling that it's gonna be ticking up and up and up more, but let's just do our best for now. The time zone catastrophe is fixed. Let me know if it. I just have this feeling. I have this bad feeling. Chill. All right, sweet. All right, we're chilling now. All right, let's. Oh, my mic. The mic over here, it gets confused sometimes. Definitely lots of frames quality dropping. I know. Yeah, 63% drop frames. Oh god. But at least you can hear you at least. We got that going for us. Yo, the internet, I don't know what's up. Like today and yesterday, it's actually so bad. I couldn't even upload. Hey, Bruce, thank you for liking the stream. Appreciate it. Yesterday I couldn't even upload the podcast. I had to ask Chia to do it from her internet. I was like, what is going on? Why is it so bad right now? And then on top of that, my fridge broke. Last night I wake up to my fridge spazzing out and it's like trying to like start up whatever the heck the mechanism is to make everything cold. So it's like life is a giant struggle over here. It's kind of hilarious. Hey, Wack Guzman, thank you for liking the stream. Appreciate it. Poor shot. Yeah, well, life happens. That's okay. We just deal with stuff as it comes. And what else can you do, right? So, there's a cat outside that is having some sort of time out there. I don't know what the heck. Oh, I wish the mic picked it up. All right, let's get back to the studies as soon. Let's try to finish this lesson at least. Let's go through this unit and see how it all works, or see how attaching soul works to everything. All right. So as we saw above, we can attach soul to the master stem and verbs right after a not adjective. I barely heard the cat. You heard it? Oh my god. Yo, that thing does it. It's just like meowing loud all the time. It's actually insane. Like I had a friend over and like we heard the cat and she was like, what is going on out there? She's like, is that cat okay? Like it does it all the time. Literally, I think like every day. It's just a very talkative cat. I don't know. I don't know. The mic did pick up the cat, heard it loud and clear. You know, that's beautiful. It's a talkative cat. Alright, so instead of eat, we say yosasol instead of isol, or nai nasasol. So, here's a sentence you might see in a JLPT prep book. Yay, I love JLPT prep books.
私は健康に良さそうなものは何でも試します。
Alright.
私は健康に良さそうなものは何でも試します。
Yeah. Try anything that seems to be healthy. Yosasol. And then another one.
英語は意味がなさそうだから中国語を勉強しています。
英語は意味がなさそうだから中国語を勉強しています。
意味がなさそうだから。Confused my dog because he thought there was a cat outside the window. That's hilarious. That's great. Oh my god. Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be talking more, so we'll hear more soon, I'm sure. This is an interesting sentence though, because not necessarily like the Japanese in it, but there's the thought of there's no meaning in learning English, so I'll learn Chinese. And you can say there's no meaning in learning X language, so I'll learn X language, right? Like, I hear this argument all the time. And like I remember when I first started studying Japanese, it was like people were asking, why aren't you studying Spanish or something like that? And it's like, well, you live in Connecticut, so you should study Spanish because Spanish will be useful to you. It's like, bro, I'm just doing what I want to do. If you're learning language to do a specific goal, then cool, I guess. Like if for a specific job, I feel like doing it for a job is harder. Like if you start and it's not a hobby, you're gonna have a rougher time in general, like maintaining motivation. I feel like obviously starting for like a job, I don't think it's a bad idea, but I feel like if you start it as a hobby or doing something that you love, then I think it's more likely to be easier to maintain motivation, if that makes sense. Like I'm not saying that doing it as a job or like starting it way saying like I want to do X job, so I need to learn X language. I think that's fine. But like if you start, I want to do X hobby, so I want to learn X language, it's gonna be a lot easier in general, you know. And then who knows, that job or like that hobby may eventually turn into a job, you know. It did for me, you know. The reason I live in Japan is just because I started Japanese as a hobby, and because I enjoyed it so much, I got really pretty solid at it, right? Yeah, Spanish is a widely spoken language in Connecticut, clearly. It is, though. It is. Yeah. Spanish is very widely spoken in Connecticut. It's, I don't know. I actually don't know. But I know, like, in the Hartford area, a lot of people speak Spanish. So. And that's about where I lived. Konnichiwa. Hi, Malich. Hey. Yeah, we restarted stream. Because, konnichi, hi. Wow, so how dare you? How dare you, Waza? Waza's always got me with the puns. He's always got us covered. Oh man. The last minutes have been over 65% of drop frames. Hell yeah. Let's drop all the frames. Alright. But yeah, a lot of Spanish. The only time I heard Japanese in the wild in Connecticut was I think I actually only heard it once. I literally only met when I was an optician. I had someone come in who was Japanese, and they came in with their spouse. So like the two of them were speaking Japanese. And like I was I was too nervous to even try to let them know that I spoke Japanese. Like I remember where they gave me their prescription and there was a typo in their name, because I'm like, no, you can't form this sound in Japanese. So I'm like, hey, is there a typo in your name? And they're like, oh yeah, there is. And then like we fixed it. And it was like, I feel like if you didn't know Japanese, you wouldn't have known that there was a typo in the name. Over a 10-second delay now. Yeah, I think it's only going to go up and up from here. Sadly, because frames are still being dropped in mass, which is really rough. But yeah, so I was like too nervous to even try to speak with them. But when they spoke to each other in Japanese, I understood their conversation. And I'm like, am I eavesdropping? I don't know. Something feels wrong. I don't. I used to be a nervous wreck. That's why. But now I'm more confident in just both my abilities as in Japanese and just human interaction in general. So, but yeah, that was funny. I was super nervous because I'm like, oh, I want to speak Japanese to this person, but I'm not good enough to speak Japanese, so I won't. And then I'm like, oh, I won't make a good sentence, so I shouldn't try. And then it's like, there you go. Perfection is paralyzing. Don't try to be perfect when you're studying. Just go make a mistake. Someone will be happy that you even tried. Someone will be happy you tried. You know? Japanese people love when people learn Japanese. If there's one thing that I can say with certainty, it's that. As a generalization. I don't know, a certain generalization. Japanese people, the vast majority of Japanese people love when you speak Japanese to them. Even if it's the most basic sentence or you only did like a half-formed sentence, they will be super excited. That's why that Nihongo Jozu is a thing, right? Because they're like, they see you trying and they want to complement it somehow. So like, whether they truly think you're like Jozu good at Japanese or not, they say that because they're like, wow, you're trying, and I respect that, and thank you for trying, because sometimes they're like, well, English is kind of tough for me too, so they understand the struggle. So nervous wreck. No, nervous wreck gang, here we are. Oh my god. Nah, yeah, being a nervous wreck is definitely something I grew up with. But I don't know, eventually, I don't know, there's a lot of self-discovery to not be a nervous wreck, so I don't, there's a lot behind that. Maybe on my personal stream I could delve into the not being a nervous wreck and like how to grow out of it if you want to grow out of it and all that, or like how to accept it, you know. Ohio cell tax, because it was, for me it's like, okay, I'm getting super off topic, I'm sorry, but for me it wasn't the fact that I was like, oh, I shouldn't be a nervous wreck. I just accepted that I was a nervous wreck, and then just like, yeah, there's lag in the stream, it's really bad, I'm in bad internet land right now, yeah. But yeah, I accepted myself as a nervous wreck, and then I was able to channel the nervous wreck energy to not let it affect me as much. Dropping lots of frames, yeah, dropping lots of frames. I have 66% frames dropped over the last 2 minutes, and I have that notification every 2 minutes. Yeah, it's really rough. I don't know if we'll be able to play Sekiro today because of this, but I do want to at least like talk with everyone, because I really enjoy talking with everyone, you know. Like, this stream lag is super bad. But I do enjoy rambling and talking and rambling, talking with everyone, and then rambling. Alright, using soul in a negative sense. What if you want to say something that doesn't seem a certain way? Then you can add molnai or after v soul. So here's the last sentence that sounds like something you'd see in a JLPG prep book.
この渋滞では間に合いそうもない。
It does sound like
この渋滞では間に合いそうもない。
it. 間に合いそうもない. You know, I'm not even sure if I knew how to say that or not. I always like, my brain, whenever I want to say doesn't seem, I think my brain just rearranges the sentence completely, and then I say something completely different that would kind of imply. Yeah. Oh, big sigh. Yeah, I know. Big sigh. Feels bad. The bad internet. Daijoubu. Is it all daijoubu? We're sitting in the room. It's fine.jpg. Sitting in a room on fire. This is fine. This is fine. But yeah, this is a solid sentence, but I just think back to this super lovely elderly gentleman who tried so hard to have a conversation with me. I want to learn just to talk to people like him. Yeah, there's so many good, oh man, there's such a big delay. By all means, please do talk about me not nervous wreck on personal stream. I'd like to hear what you have to say about it. Yeah, okay, I'd definitely like to. I would definitely be doing that. Honestly, there's like, I'm almost thinking about turning, I don't want to take up NativShark stream time with personal stream things, but I was thinking about turning my personal stream into kind of just like almost a log of my personal growth as well, because I think that would be really cool, because I am not the same person that I was 2 years ago even, and I feel like, you know, there's a lot of stuff that, I don't know, people can see my personal growth journey and hopefully use that as a catalyst to start theirs or continue theirs or improve theirs or make theirs a little faster or stuff like that. It's kind of similar to my Japanese journey, you know, like I'm pretty solid at Japanese, and it took a minute, and there was methods that were like shouldn't have done or whatever, but now that we have NativShark, and then I can just like, I don't know, answer a lot of study questions, because a lot of the times like this method, I think a lot of social proof is now generated that this method is working for a lot of people, But there's always those questions of like, well, is this actually working? Am I doing things right? I feel unsteady in X knowledge. Is that normal? Is this okay? Should I restart the entire system? No, you shouldn't. And yeah, I just want to be here for everyone to kind of in both ways. You know, like my job is technically be here for everyone in Japanese, but I think being here for everyone also on a personal growth level is still in line with NativShark, is very in line with NativShark actually. So like if you look at any conversation with Caleb and I, we're constantly just talking about how to grow ourselves personally and all this. So it's good. Thai character development vlog stream. Yeah. Right. That would be cool. I think that would be cool. I really want to actually do that. When my internet lets me stream. Well, not. Oh god, it's so delayed. Oh, it's so delayed. Yeah, look, I have it pulled up on my other screen here. Oh man, that is rough. Alright, finish the kanji. Alright. Sitting next to your friend on a train. You see a guy with a huge mohawk. You whisper to your friend, careful with keep your voice low. Hey, look at that guy's mohawk. What? A mohawk? They ask in a loud voice for everyone to hear. Koi oki.
Koi oki.
声大きい。
Oh my god. You work at, well, that's a funny thing is your koi is big. Your voice is big. Not you're being loud. Your voice is big. I struggled so much doing my reviews this morning. Had to stop after 20 cards because I was getting lots of wrongs that I definitely knew. My brain was not working this morning. We'll try again on lunch break. Yeah. I mean, hey, sometimes everyone has everyone has those days of just like, yeah, you totally know it, but like brain, you know. So I feel like avoid hitting the cry face on too many of those. Like maybe ones that you're like truly 100% lost on, but I would say you can do the middle face for most of those, and they'll show up again on a day that your brain is feeling a little bit better, and you'll be fine. You know, maybe don't do a new unit today and just focus on reviews. So, 頑張ってする徳さん、頑張ってください。応援してます。We're rooting for you. You got this. But everyone has those days, so don't sweat it. Don't sweat it. You're good. You've made good progress so far. And that's the other thing is whenever we feel discouraged, look back on how much progress we've actually all made. It's kind of insane. All of us, you know? Like, you're doing good. Everyone, you have good days, you have bad days. But what matters is the consistency.
ははいやいや無理でしょ明日
はいやいや無理でしょ明日
Okay, so your boss wants you to do something in a tomorrow, and you'd be lucky if you even took 2 weeks to do it. 無理でしょ明日
ははいやいや無理でしょ明日
はいやいや無理でしょ明日
This ha is like, wait, that made no sense probably to people who don't know what ha is. But yeah, it's kind of, it can be, don't give this reaction to your boss. Let's say that. Don't do that. That's for sure. It can be pretty rude. So.
俺の飯は
俺の飯は
Okay. Oh, okay, so a wife is feeling a little lightheaded. She makes herself some okayu. Then her husband comes home and sees and seems to think she should have made him dinner too. 俺の飯は
俺の飯は
Oof.
俺の飯は
Oof. Food. Where's my food? Well, checking out Amazon, you asked if you'd like to try Prime.
Amazon プライムを無料で試しますか
Amazon プライムを無料で試しますか
The cool thing, all right. The other cool thing, I'm just happy with all these sentences. Because this is all content I have never seen before. So I get happy when I see new content. So you don't see books like this, or you don't see sentences like this, you know, in books. Like they never mention a brand name, but like you hear this. Come on, let's be real. Amazon is super prevalent. You're gonna hear this sentence. So why shouldn't we learn it? Alright, you're trying to drive to your friend's house. They're sitting in the passenger seat telling you where to go. Right at the next corner, they tell you, just before you turn, you want to double check this is the right street. So, ここ右?
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 Right here? You're taking a photo of your dad for his passport application to match the instructions. It looks like you should move a bit to the left where he's standing now. もうちょい左.
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 ちょいちょっと. もうちょい左. Just a quick, just a bit to the left. Alright, you're at an international party. You meet a Japanese person. You're Japanese too. Oh, sweet. And they mentioned they studied abroad in the US. So did you. You're curious where they studied. There it is. アメリカ? 何州ですか?
アメリカ? 何州ですか?
アメリカ? 何州ですか?
This is a good, because this, you don't have to say ですか here, right? Technically, if this is a loan, this could or could not be a formal sentence, but because we have this at the end, this ですか, like this is almost aimed towards yourself in the fact that like, America, right? So that's why you can get away with casual language for like exclamations of like, whoa, wait, hold up, really? You can get away with stuff like that, being casual and still being formal at the same time. And then yeah, this is like a complete sentence, and you're clearly asking them, so you have to be formal. But yeah, you can say things like そうかな, そうだな, and stuff like that because it's aimed inwardly towards yourself in a formal conversation. So it's not technically speaking directly towards them. You know, if you're trying to think of something, そうだな, you can say that out loud. And even though you're saying it out loud, since it's not technically aimed at them, then you can get away with not being formal. And it's more natural to do so. So there is this, we want to have like longer conversations too eventually. Well, we have the dialogue, so it does show sometimes. But yeah, we want more ways to show this, because this is really good information that should be pointed out. So title of a blog post talking about the cost of living in China. 中国の物価は安い、高い。
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 物価。Alright. How are we doing on the lag? It looks like it's building up. It looks like it's building up. I have 66% frames drop for the last 10 minutes. Oof. Well, last 20. How long has the stream been live? 24 minutes. It just goes every 2 minutes. I get a notification. Rough. もうちょい左。
もうちょい左。
は、いやいや、無理でしょ。明日？
はは、いやいや、無理でしょ。明日？
は、いやいや、無理でしょ。明日？
Yeah. Right, ここ
右？
ここ右？
声大きい。
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 面白い。I wish I knew what was 面白い because the stream delay is so bad. 中国の物価は安い。
中国の物価は安い、高い。
中国の物価は安い。
物価。Yeah. Price of living. Alright, Amazon プライムを無料で試しますか？
Amazon プライムを無料で試しますか？
Amazon プライムを無料で試しますか？
Yes, お願いします。No, you don't actually say yes. お願いします。はい。30 plus seconds now. That's not as bad. It's not as bad. But it is kind of rough. Oh wow, yeah, no, I see myself going to the start of the reviews now. Oh boy, yeah, that's been a minute. Ohio Lingo Noob. It's quite the name. It's quite the name. I know I've seen you on here before though. Ohayou gozaimasu. There's Lingo Noob though. You be a pro. You don't give up. Maybe you already are a pro and you haven't recognized it in yourself yet.
え、アメリカ何州ですか？
アメリカ何種ですか？
何しですか？俺の飯は？
俺の飯は
俺の飯は？
俺の飯は？俺の飯は？失礼ね。何してんの？早く行こうよ。
何してんの？早く行こうよ。
やっぱり行かない。
は？何言ってんの？
行きたくない。
あっそう、好きにして。
Oof, oof. Oh no, oh no. 62 second delay. God, that's so rough. That's so rough. A minute and 10. Yeah. Sekiro 買った。難しいな。難しいね。難しいね。Yeah, Sekiro is really tough for me. And yeah. I have studied Japanese with video games for an extensive period of time, and it's tough. But yeah, you can do it. There are some things that are just like kind of impossible to look up though. But you can take the Google Translate camera app and like take pictures of it. But yeah, Sekiro is going to be very tough to learn in Japanese, to use it with Japanese. Yeah, Sekiro is one of the hardest games that I've played. I think Final Fantasy XIV is harder by a little bit, maybe by a lot, because there's more gameplay with more dialogue, or less gameplay, more dialogue. But Sekiro, don't feel bad if you need to drop Sekiro, is what I'm gonna tell you. Don't feel bad, because Sekiro is kind of insane. So don't worry about it. Play it and enjoy it, you know, but don't worry about just kind of keeping up with the language, if that makes sense. Like, feel free to swap back and forth between English, or maybe do like Japanese voices and then English subtitles. Maybe that's like a... Yeah, have I tried turning it off and on again? Yes, we have. We were at 150 seconds before the first reboot. IT crowd, yeah. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. I don't know how well this is gonna work today. We can't, because by the time, like, I can't keep rebooting stream. And I can't exactly have like a 20-minute delay by the time we get another hour in or something. But a stream restart again might be good before Q&A, unless Ty wants to do a monologue. That's true. Okay, yeah, maybe. All right, so I think we'll restart stream, do the Q&A. We'll just kind of answer questions as people ask them, and then maybe we just kind of... I thought you meant Sekiro the game itself. Oh, I'm always thinking about the language. But yeah, Sekiro is hard in both the language and the game. So yeah, it's a cruel experience for everyone. Okay,